Today, the minutes of the Fed's policy meeting give insight into the reasons why the rate-setting committee decided to cut rates in October. The economic calendar reminds us of other important events and economic data later this week that could change sentiment on Forex. The video calendar on InstaForex TV channel will shed light on these events. Analysts called this week the battle of the two central banks. On Wednesday, the Federal Reserve releases the minutes of the latest meeting. The ECB is due to publish its minutes on Thursday. The European regulator is going to send a message about further moves on monetary policy. The minutes are expected to drop hints that the Eurozone's economy needs negative interest rates and monetary stimulus. As a result, the euro will lose favor with investors. Next day, new ECB President Christine Lagarde will provide her assessment of the current economic conditions in the Eurozone and suggest fiscal measures. The ECB leader will hardly evade speaking about sluggish economic growth, soft inflation and the need for lower interest rates. If Christine Lagarde confirms all the above said factors, the euro will become an asset to sell. On the other hand, the monetary authorities could highlight positive developments. Germany escaped recession in the third quarter. On Friday, in the early European trade, the largest Eurozone's economy is due to post revised GDP data. The final reading is likely to match the flash estimate of a modest 0.1% rise. However, some experts and investors have doubts about accuracy of the GDP estimates on the back of a downtrend in Germany's industry. Investors will be able to judge the extent of a slowdown in Germany's industry by the survey from Market Economics. On Friday, the analytical group will present a preliminary business activity indicator for November. Experts predict a further downturn in the manufacturing sector. Even if the PMI grows to 43 points, the value will be far below the threshold level of 50 points, separating expansion from contraction. Apart from the above said events, it would be a good idea to take notice of other publications in the two final days of the trading week. On Thursday, market participants will get to know the manufacturing index from the Federal Reserve Bank of Philadelphia, ADP non-farm employment change for Canada, and a consumer confidence index for the euro area. On Friday, don't miss Japan's inflation report, as well as a batch of PMIs on the key sectors of the leading economies, the EU, Great Britain and the US. Besides, Canada will report its retail sales. You've watched Economic Calendar on Insta TV. See you back soon.